Eh, eh, eh. What is up, guys? It's your boy, Kevin Yee, the Farm D, aka Kevin the Refugee. What is up, y'all? Hey, first things first, RIP fuck, I forgot his name. Fuck, he did levels and shit. Avicii. Um, I wasn't a huge EDM fan, but it's crazy that he just passed away and stuff. It's really mind blowing actually, how someone so influential at like 28 years old just goes away. I remember like back in the day, I didn't really listen to his music, but even I'm a straight up hip hop head, and I even appreciate his music a lot. And R.I.P. man, legend, and so crazy. It just really makes you wonder like how much time do we actually have in life. So if there's anything that you want to do it. Fuck it. Like don't always let money control your life and shit. We can always make more money. So, um, what's up, Alex Draws? You're the first person in here. What is up, y'all? Um, so I got two people in here. So there's that. Avicii, man, R.I.P. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I haven't been emailing you guys through my newsletter just because I've been really busy trying to catch up on my course. But actually, I should be having a what's that called? Email go out later this week. Uh, it's really personal, actually. I was thinking about different content that I want to write, and this one means a lot to me. So there's that. I also got featured on my friend's channel. I'll be pushing that out through my emailing list as well. Uh, and Leonard's he says, "Hey there." Alex Straw says, "I'm about to go into my new school in September. I'm studying chemistry, biology, and physical chemistry. Maybe, yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Congrats, man. I'm really happy for you. Like, starting this new journey, man. Like, and I appreciate you telling me, man. That's awesome. I think it's one of the best things in the world to have people just like share all their wins with me, And I genuinely feel very happy for you guys, like not for you guys, but for us, dude, because, I just really want to start a movement where it's just like real ass people, and I want to be in a circle of fucking winners, not losers, man. So, I really, I think the thing that I really want to stress going forward for Refugee Hustle is that sense of community and stuff. But recently, I haven't been catching up on my emails. I've just been doing like Dan Locke's like HTC course, just catching up on all that. It's really been helping me a lot. I actually recently, you know, people might think selling is like really scammy or scary and stuff, but honestly, selling is life, man. And whether you're trying to sell your patients a medication adherence program, aka like most pharmacy chains, and like how you have to improve your star ratings for pharmacy, or whether you're just like you're helping someone just do what they already want to do. So like my friend, she wants to do Doctor Without Borders, and money was holding her back. And I just spent a lot of time just like kind of talking to her about like selling her on that idea. So whether it's an idea, money, anything you do, you have to be a good salesperson to be a good human being, man. So yeah, Shadow Ravello says, "Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?" Yeah, dude, it's so crazy. So for y'all that don't know, I actually have a new logo. I actually completed my last 99 designs. I'm actually waiting for all the files to come. I should be releasing shirts and all that. I need to change all my logos on all my websites and stuff, but it's cool, man. I really love the logo. I think it's pretty hip and slick. I know it's kind of off color though, so yeah, man, whatever. Fuck it. Yeah, but been doing so much. If you guys haven't watched my, oh yeah, and earlier today, I know it feels like shameless plugs all day right now, but I just want to update you on everything. Earlier today, I actually released a video with Brian. He actually came for my birthday maybe 2 weeks ago. Can't remember anymore. Fucking getting old, man. But basically, we do a react video to Paul Tran Farm Z. Yo, he's been pumping out fire, man. Kevin got competition. Got to start that YouTube drama for pharmacy, son. Just kidding. No, seriously, I really respect his work. I think like he's definitely a lot better than me at breaking things down, and that's that, you know. And people go to me just more than pharmacy because they just want to connect and have a community, man. And we all have our different superpowers. For me, being super analytical and doing really intensive research is not always my thing. How does someone get into being a drug rep or seller for a pharma company? Apply. A lot of time you only need your bachelor's, and dude, just apply to a drug company. Find a drug company that you're interested in, and just do it. And you'll have to learn. Obviously, remember how I said selling is important. Well, selling an idea, selling money, selling anything is important for any sort of skill. So I actually recommend anyone to just go into like I think one of the most rewarding things in my life was actually um, I'm kind of refining that skill. I kind of learned it like a little bit from copywriting, a little bit from like CVS days when we used to push like medication adherence programs, flu shots, and stuff like that. I used to like sell supplements all the time at GNC and whatnot. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I never realized how much selling like in my how important selling was in my freaking life, you know? And one of the reasons why I feel like Refugee Hustle never, you know, isn't generating income was because I was so scared, you know what I mean? So, not anymore. Fuck that. Fuck fear, bro. If you're given a chance to do it all over again, would you go to a pharmacy school or a different thing? Good question. I get this question a lot. I think I mean, I think for me like I would do it because it's pushed me in this direction, you know? Would I do it just to become a pharmacist? Hell no, probably not. I probably would not choose pharmacy again, but all the experiences pharmacy school has given me is great. And I think like so if you're asking this question to kind of understand whether you should go to pharmacy school or not, really ask yourself why you're going. Because I'll tell you this: if you're going for money, say no. Don't do it. Okay, there's better ways to make money. Don't do it. All right. But if you really want to make a difference in the healthcare community, you want to change people's lives. You have a vision for healthcare. Like I think Brian, of all my pharmacy friends, I feel like Brian actually has the strongest why of pharmacy. He actually really wants to change the system altogether and make it better. You know, there's a lot of influential people out there that have a really grand vision of pharmacy, and if you want to be part of it, you want to be innovative, you want to do all that sort of stuff, then pharmacy is the way to go for you, you know? But if you're in it for just the money, the doctorate, I'll tell you this, no one gives a fuck about your doctorate, okay? Maybe car insurance will, and certain people in your life, but no one, like, dude, I never introduced myself. Hey, I'm Dr. Kevin Yee, you know? Like, dude, no one cares about that shit. Um, in fact, I met a doctor at this like well I didn't meet him, but I was like really turned off by him because he was like a doctor and he was going into digital marketing. He was just talking about how much fucking money he made. It was a real big turn off. Like when people are just trying to be like I have a big dick, and then I check his like following, zero following, like all fake all paid traffic to his thing. Barely has any following. Keeps on up. Well, one thing I'll give him, he keeps on uploading on his YouTube, but he has like almost no following, and he kept on saying, "I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire." And I was just like, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna call bullshit on you. So if you think people will treat you differently just because you have a doctorate, fuck that. If you think that money, like if the primary reason you're doing it for is money, you're probably not gonna last because pharmacy is only, to me, in my opinion, and take it for what it's worth, but I don't think it's going to I don't think it's going to get any easier, guys, and that's a fact. If you're not willing to weather a storm, then that's not gonna keep you there, and you're gonna end up quitting really quick, you know, like, and not see that ROI, you know. But if you're in there to meet really driven people, and just you're down for the experience, even though it might throw you in debt, and you're really down for the experience, do it, you know. It's better than not taking any action at all. You can always make that money back, dude. Um, so sorry. So Mario, that was a really long answer, but there's my answer. What kind of bachelor's degree would a chem degree be good? I think it's fine. What I can do is I can ask my friend. Well, she used to be one of my patients, but I can ask her and get back to you on that if you want. What it do, Kez says, LK. Would you consider me as a potential roommate? I barely even know you, man. How am I asking you to live with me and shit if we can't if I don't even know you? Nah. Quiz vlogs. Hey, I got accepted into MCPHS for pharmacy and Rutgers pre-dental. Hey, awesome, dude. First of all, congrats, dude. That's awesome. Which one would you do? Well, that's a question that you gotta ask yourself. I mean, I know a lot of people off the top of their head they would be like, go to dental school. It's a better decision at the end of the day. But it's really what you want to do, man. It's very two different skills, and what that question, how that question comes off to me is that you probably haven't talked to, like, you probably want to talk to a little more people and really understand, like, why did you apply at pharmacy and why did you apply at dental school, you know, straight up, like, uh it's pretty different, dude. So um I don't know. I think, like, personally, like, well, maybe because I haven't done it, but I would probably shoot for dental, honestly, if I had to choose one of those two. But probably I would just go straight up business or something else. Benny Tang says, that will help you as a sales rep, marketing rep. If you have a Pharm D, you can consider medical science liaison. Industry pharma are looking for more MSLs. Awesome, Benny. Thanks for answering that. Consider a fellowship program if you're interested in working in an industry setting. Exactly. Um, I think I applied to a few, like, back a few months ago. I was applying to some MSLs. So, um, yeah, man. Want to get coffee? Dude, DM me instead, and then we can talk about that stuff. But I might be down. I've just been really busy, dude, and I need to check my schedule. Like, right now, it's like a fucking slam for me, dude. Like, it's so crazy. Even like I'm literally balancing like my business, everything I'm trying to do right now. So, DM me and we'll I'll take a look at it. Thanks, man. I have changed my mind like a year ago, but I always think about it because I have a hard time getting my EMT MPA. Yeah, dude. Uh, Yo, like, seriously, man. Mario, don't feel like what we want can change, but I think the worst decision we can ever make is not making a fucking decision, man. And that's why, like, for me, like, if you kind of like see the change in me recently, like over the last few days, I stopped applying to all pharmacy careers right now, just because I'm very determined to make Refugee Hustle work. I will do anything to make it work, other than suck dick. But like, I believe very strongly in it, and and I want to learn how, like, the art of selling too from, and I'm learning from Dan Locke right now. So I know I've been like talking about Dan Locke nonstop, but like literally that's been all my life recently. And I need to. What I realize is that I need to be a person of action rather than just sitting on the sidelines. So don't worry if you're here for my channel just for pharmacy. Don't worry, I'll always continue reaching out to people for pharmacy advice and stuff like that. Not pharmacy advice, but like getting the deets of the pharmacy industry. Like, I have a few interviews I need to edit and stuff and all that. So don't worry about that. And who knows? I might go back to pharmacy. Who knows? So, but for now, I think it's cool to just put a hold on it. You know, because yo, I'm 30. I'm not getting any younger. I gotta make my dreams happen, son. So yeah. Is there a prescribing course for pharmacy? Prescribing course for pharmacy, not when I was a pharmacist. I mean, collaborative practice only, like, that was just starting, like, not just starting, but it wasn't like like being taught or anything like that. You know, you don't learn how to prescribe or anything like that. So I think in the future though, for pharmacy curriculum, that will probably definitely happen, especially with like the as this is my prediction, as advanced practitioner pharmacists are being rolled out. Like I think that will be a core integral part, and I think that will be a huge role for a pharmacist in the future. Will it pay a lot? I don't know. I don't think so, but you know that I think like the roles of the pharmacist is gonna be changing like real soon. I don't see like us like pushing pills for forever, dude, and we have to evolve, you know. I talked a little bit about it during my automation video, like will pharmacy be automated, which is a very important thing, you know. I feel like a lot of the activities can be automated, but I feel like in order to survive in pharmacy, we have to change our practice. We cannot just keep on pushing pills. Um, What was it, your starting salary out of MCPHS? How hard was the 5 year PharmD program? Actually, I went to accelerated MCPHS, so I did like I did 4 years of undergrad and 3 years of pharmacy school. So that's what I did, and and um I guess coming out, I made like about 130K. Like in California, though, you have to always consider the cost of living at a place. Like, because if you make 130, and from what I hear, like if you make 130 in the Bay, you're fucking broke as fuck because it's so expensive out there. So don't always look at the money. Think about also the debt burden, your liabilities, all that sort of stuff is very important when you're trying to consider where to live and stuff like that. You know. Because I'll tell you this, probably like 100K in like North Dakota is going to bring you a lot farther than 100K in freaking California. But that's what you pay for. You pay for the experiences, the things that you want in life. Not dude, no one wants to be a fucking Scrooge McDuck, you know? Like there's no there's no point of keeping money like if you're not going to spend it on growing yourself, growing your like on the experiences you want, you know? Andrew says, "Hi Kevin, what's up?" Na Yun Cho says, "Is it really hard to get a job in pharmacy?" Um, I would say, I mean, for me, like I haven't had too much luck with like interviews and stuff. But then again, if you've been following me for the last few months, I haven't been going hard in the paint either. So, um, I think like it's mixed, you know. I'm sure people are finding jobs. I like from when I talked to Tony last when I did the interview like with him, he was saying that California is one of the most populated places. But he has a great article to actually see whether I think it's on Pharmacy Times. But he has a great article to see the job saturation in pharmacy state by state. So check it out. I think it's on Pharmacy Times. Type in like Tony PharmD. Maybe I'll like try and look up the link later. I'll post it in the description below if I remember. But yeah. Uh, but it all depends on yourself. I think half the time, like when we feel like we can't get something, I mean, like if we feel like something is impossible, it's really up to us. Like we have to put in the hard work to make things happen. You know. Um, I think a lot of these questions sometimes like it just feels like if I wait around, will opportunities come to me? Of course not. You know, like if I sit in my room and do nothing, like no opportunity is gonna come to me. You know, so it really depends on your strategy going in and looking for jobs and stuff and all that sort of stuff too. So. I posted an article or I posted a video about natural networking sort of stuff. How to network without being fake. I did a little like vlog and stuff about it. So check that out, man. I hopefully that helps you, man, and I hope you find a job if you're in pharmacy. Andrew says, "Hi Kevin." Oh, sorry, I said that. How much debt were you in it out of college? About 180K. Finished my P1. Decided I want to change to PT, but I have to go back and get my bachelor's degree, and I'll be in a school a whole lot longer. Abdullah, let me know like what actually changed your mind going from pharmacy to PT. That's that's a pretty bold decision, man, and I know not everybody would be willing to do it, but like that's a huge decision, especially financially too. Does pharmacy Shadow Ravallo says, is that Ravallo? Yeah. Um, does pharmacy allow you to have good work family balance? I mean, it's all up to you, man. Sorry. In other words, good work life balance. How much time do you have to get to yourself? How hard is it to get time off? I remember saying it's not really family friendly. In what sense? Awesome question. So I'll tell you this: when I was first like a pharmacist, I was actually a floater for. I came out as a floater. I mean, every pharmacist like back in the day, we used to come out as floaters, and then we get assigned our home stores, right? So as a floater, I hated it. You know why? Because like I'm sure every chain is different, every place is different. Maybe even every area was different. But the area I was, like the person would always do last minute scheduling. Like literally we find our schedule out like 2 days before, and we have to rush and scramble and get everything. Like, dude, it sucked, you know? That's one thing about being a floater. Sometimes you have to drive really far away and you don't know where the fuck you're going. It's really, really tough sometimes. So there's that. But the reason why I bring up a floater is like, dude, your life is going to be different if you're part time versus your full time versus your pharmacy manager and stuff. I would say if you're going to be a staff or pharmacy manager, I mean, you're probably gonna have to work holidays, man. There's like no way about around it, you know. And so think about how that's gonna affect your kid. You know, on Chris, maybe you're open on Christmas Day, maybe you're not. But imagine like, hey, sorry kid, can't be there for Christmas. Oh, sorry kid, can't be there for Thanksgiving. You know, it's really tough. You know, like it's cool when you're single, but imagine like 10 years down the line, you haven't been there, and I feel like it's really important, like especially if you're like a father or mother or something, you know, like that you actually be there for your kid because I mean, I think about a lot of the I don't want to say fucked up kids, like not fucked up kids, but like kids who have like a lot of Asian kids, right? A lot of our parents, they give us everything that we could want financially, right? But they're never there. And I know a lot of my friends who are not traumatized. They don't have like PTSD or anything like that. But it really you can tell it really really affected them. And so that's why I'm saying like, you know, it's important to be there for your kids and shit, you know? Um, as for time off, you really have to plan stuff. It's usually like at most chains and stuff. It's like an approval process. It can be based off seniority sometimes. You know, like you submit your vacations and try to get it approved or denied and stuff. So it's all about that, man. And yeah, like like with planning, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but it depends. Every corporate company, if you decide to do corporate, every corporate company has its own policies and stuff. Yeah. Were you a pharmacist or a pharmacy manager? Both. Yeah, I was both, man. Um, I this is my career, so I was like a floater for like a week or two, and then I was like staff pharmacist, and then I switched chains, and I went into as another staff pharmacist position, and then I went into pharmacy manager. Um, yeah, man. So I've done both. You know, pharmacy manager is pretty. I won't say the toughest thing in the world, but it's a lot of responsibility. You put a lot of there's a lot of liability as a pharmacy manager, and you really have to make sure that it really forced me to really develop a lot of my leadership skills and stuff because it's just like I don't know, like you just gotta be very I don't know, like with pharmacy manager you just gotta be like you have to know how to not manage people. You don't tell them what to do, but it's a lot of soft skills, which I don't know. Anybody that's a pharmacy manager definitely knows what I'm talking about, because you can't just force people to just do what you want. That's not how things work. Um, you gotta there's an art and skill, and I think part of it as a pharmacy manager, you have to create a really safe environment for your like techs, your pharmacists, everyone, where everyone they have a voice, right? You listen to them, you take it in consideration, but you're the shot caller at the end of the day. And I think like at the end of the day, it really goes back to really emphasizing that, hey, sometimes I may have to make really tough decisions, but it's nothing personal. It's just like I have to make a decision that's best for the pharmacy and for all of us. So, do you have any source of income right now other than savings and my what's that called? No, not right now, but planning to change that very very soon. With the course and stuff and all that, the course, the t-shirts, um, selling high ticket items and stuff. So I'm trying to branch out a little more rather than just going all one revenue stream. How do you make a decision when you're not sure what to do? Stuck between two college programs right now. Not sure if I'll like other. Should I just make a decision if I'm not sure about either? Yes, for sure. Cause I'll be completely honest with you. There's no guarantees in life. There are no guarantees in life. There's no guarantee that you might like something. You could do all the research in the world and you could still hate it. Just make a decision. Just make the best decision you can make and just shoot for it. Um, I would like, and like just and how I like to frame it is like, okay, maybe I'm stuck between these two programs. Why did I initially go to one? Is it because like honestly I would have more fun at one? For me, I'm very fun driven, I'm like I like a lot of cool adventures. So that's me, right? I would probably go to that school. That's more fun. That would give me the most unique things and where I get to meet really cool people. But if you're a little more hands off, you wanna like think about what has the best like program and like all that sort of stuff, then go for a more prestigious program. It just depends what you want, man, and the opportunities that you can create. So there's this one quote, or not quote, but like Dan Locke actually talks about environment a lot. And one of the things I really like about it is like um, environments like affect us more than we think. And you want to think, which environment am I going to thrive at more? Everybody has different, like think about like Fallout. Everybody has different stats and shit. Some are really good at stealing shit. Some people are really good with guns. Which environment are you going to thrive in? Given your current stats. So think about it like that. And I think a lot of time is like, dude, sometimes we just put ourselves into really shitty environments that don't allow us to thrive. And that's one of my decisions to step away from pharmacy for a bit. Because I want to put myself in an environment where I can win and I can thrive. And I feel a lot better doing that right now. Go to a cheaper school. Yeah, I mean, cost is one thing. Like, cost is very important. Like, I'll be honest, cost is like a determining factor, but it shouldn't be your only determining factor. Because, I mean, that's like, if you think about it, like, if you're only thinking about costs, like, half the time, like, you could, you can always make more money, okay? There's no ceiling for making more money, but you can't put a cap on, like, the experiences that you get, right? So, shit, if you can create the opportunities at whatever school, you might even make more money. You might even get the job of your dreams if you put yourself in like the right environment. That's important because it can mean the difference of like getting into residency and not getting into residency, knowing the right people and not knowing the people. So something to think about. uh quest Qsuf, oh fuck, whatever, vlogs. Sorry, I fucked up your name. If I'm an average student, not the smart but hard worker, will I do fine in farm school? Hey, you're talking to one. Like for me, I was probably never meant to do really well in school. I had multiple times where I you see my videos. Like one of my first videos was like what if I'm failing out of pharmacy school or some shit like that. I've talked to several times about not doing well in school. And what I realized too was that, like you can do it like with hard work. For me, like I remember this, like I talked about it I think a while ago, maybe a few days ago, but there's this kid Derek. He was like so smart in farm school. He used to help all of us out. He used to type in notes. He was just very naturally gifted at like learning, and sometimes you'll meet those really smart people out there. They just know everything on their son. They can just memorize. They know the facts. They know this. They know that. You know, but then other cases you get people like me. I'm like really motivated by people. I love teamwork, but school isn't like built for that. Like when you take your exams, you get to work with people. No, when you like, do you like when you take exams? Do you have like references in front of you? No. So like I don't know. It's not always like I get the point. Like you want to know the material very well, but does it simulate real world? Not always. But it's really up to you. You have to be resourceful, and yes, you can make it for sure, 100%. You can make it if you're just a hard worker, right? But yeah, man, and especially if you like if you keep on believing, man. I know like I keep on saying believing and shit, but seriously, you need to have the confidence of passing school. Like for me, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna fucking fail out of pharmacy school. There's no fucking way I'm gonna fail out of pharmacy school. So yeah. Hey, drugstores are closing all over the country. Walgreens closing 600 stores. What are your thoughts? I don't really have any thoughts. I mean, like, yeah, man. Um, like I said, pharmacy is gonna change one way or the other, and I think either way it'll probably benefit the patient. I think a lot of pharmacies they're moving either toward mail order or something like that. They're probably yeah. I don't really know what to say. CVS Empire, man. Still got stock in them. Do pharmacists get the credit that they deserve? For example, do you feel like people just think that you're another retail seller? Patients see what dentists and doctors do and appreciate and respect the job. Well, I'll be honest. Like I think there's every profession that has those patients where they don't appreciate shit. That's the nature of the job. You're dealing with the general population. You can't expect everyone to be like grateful and gratitude and all that shit. Like sometimes like people just aren't grateful. So of course there's some people that really respect what we do. They understand exactly what they do or what we do. But then there's other patients, they just don't fucking get it and we can never expect them to ever fucking get it. Why? Because dude, they're not willing to listen about what we do. And they only see what we physically do. So with the doctor, think about it. When you go through a physical exam, you see them actually look at you. Perfect. When you go to a dentist, you see them like examine your teeth. Cool. That's something that they can't do. But when you look at pharmacy, the reason why we have that perception of only counting pills is because when you go up to your pharmacist, we don't physically touch them. We don't do any of that stuff. Maybe we give like a shot or something. That's the most contact we really have. But you just see them like counting. Okay, cool. But we're doing a lot more. The tasks that we do aren't physical. Like you can't see the mental tasks that we're doing in our head and stuff. But it is there. That is an important skill, by the way. But some patients just can't see it and they just will never understand, and I can't blame them, but at the same time, like sometimes like some patients don't understand. Now, not to say that not all patients don't, because I definitely have kick-ass patients who still email me today, who still like message me, who still like they used to bring me cookies, they bring me all this cool stuff, man, and it really warms my heart every single time somebody sees that, because and that's what makes it so much sweeter than just like, I appreciate the doctor, I appreciate the nurse, I appreciate the dentist. You know why? Because they just see us counting pills, but they know that we're doing a lot more than just counting pills. We're actually taking care of their health. So to answer your question, yeah, there's a lot of patients that do respect us, but there's Also, a lot of patients that don't. It's usually like on the scale. A lot of people, it's either people, a lot of people don't appreciate what we do, but there's a lot of people that really do. Very, like, and then there's some in the middle, but that's my experience. It could be right or wrong. I don't know. If you've, any of you guys are watching that are pharmacists, you let me know your experience. As a pharmacist, you make a lot of money, but how much money is enough money? I'm a pharm tech, 24-hour CVS, and a lot of them are not happy. Is missing family events worth that 6-digit check? I had my father pass away. Fuck no, it's not worth it. I'll tell you this. I don't think it's worth it, and um, there's nothing you can do to replace experiences and stuff. I'm not saying investing. I'm not saying, okay. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that investing and money is not important. It's so damn important. You know why? Because it helps you become a better person. If I want to pay for my kid's school, I'm gonna have to have money. If I want to give money to like children, like to an organization that I really give a fuck about, yes, I need money for that. If I want to launch a business that really makes a change in people's lives, like Apple, I need money. Okay, so I'm not saying forget about money, but like I really think like missing family events and all that and relationships are so damn important for a rich life. It's extremely important, and I think a lot of us pharmacists we need to start taking a stand for that sort of shit. Because nothing like once your parents or grandma or whatever is gone, they're gone forever. You can never replace that ever again. And so, like, what do doctors' offices do? They typically close on those holidays and stuff like that. So why can't we do the same, man? You know, just saying. um, Granted, my pharmacy is very busy all the time, and the only time I see the pharmacist is during a time they are overworked. Is a pharmacy a happy place for pharmacists? It can be. It really depends. Um, I think it like really depends on like how you work. I mean, there are things that you can do to kind of improve like being overworked and optimizing certain things. But that's a fact of pharmacy, man. I think like honestly, a lot of it is like volume. Like doing a lot of volume, and that's a fact. But my pharmacy was pretty busy like at times, and um, yeah, it sucks sometimes when you feel overworked, but you just take one step at a time and just get through it. You breathe, man, and just know that you're taking the time and care. And if somebody else doesn't appreciate it, it's fine. Fire your patient. Like you have people's lives in your hands, and it's really important to know like when to take a stand. You know what I mean? And just because somebody wants their like medication rushed and stuff, like I get it. Some people are in rush and stuff, but at the same time, it's not fair to your other patients, and I think you have to really be strong about what you feel, and just stick to it. The worst type of pharmacist is like the kind of I don't know if I should like dude just make a decision and just go with it, make the best decision you can, man. And I think that makes an effective pharmacist, honestly. Wow, I'm getting a lot of questions now. Holy shit. Let me just go back into the thing. Alexander says, one is a fun program at a school with a great environment, but work opportunities look dim. The other has a more boring campus, but the program is so good that students get offers before grad. Dude, I would say go to a fun program, make your own opportunities, start reaching out to people. Watch that video I talked about like networking and stuff. Do that. Try and make your own opportunity. Have fun. You can have both. Um, let's see. Chadley says, how long does it take to get into pharmacy school, and when do you think you'll be out? And also, can you apply from high school? Yeah, you can apply straight from high school. You can also do something I did. You can do 4 years of undergrad and then go to accelerated school. You can also do 3 years of undergrad and transfer into like accelerated school. You can also like do your 4 years undergrad, 4 years farm school. Like there's so many different options, man. I'm going to be paying 1100 at MCPHS. Do you think that's a lot to get out of? I'm going to be paying $11,000 at MCPHS. Do you think it's a lot to get out with it? I don't understand your question. Linda says, "Hi Kevin, I finally get to watch you live stream for once, and it's during finals week. Oh, awesome, dude! Good luck with your finals, first of all, Linda. Um, so happy you can make it, man. It means a lot to me that you took the time out of your busy schedule just to watch old me. You know. Do you think pharmacy is still worth it? Uh, I think it's worth it for the right person, and I talked about it a little bit about it earlier, but it's really about why you want to do it. So I was reading an article and they say acetaminophen plus NSAID together have more pain relief than opioids. Is that true? Well, it could be. I mean, like in children and stuff, like you'll see that, but it's not typically for pain. That's more for fever. But yeah, like certain types of pain for sure. I think like basically the whole treatment algorithm for pain is actually like leaning away from opioids unless it's like hella severe. But I haven't really, to be honest with you, I haven't really updated my treatment algorithms in a while, so I need to brush up on that. Uh, Johnny Cool says, "What is the refugee hustle? What is the dream you're trying to accomplish?" So the refugee hustle. So for y'all that don't know what refugee hustle is, it's my personal brand, and what I initially started up with Joe, but you know, basically, I was really inspired by the story of a lot of refugees. Like my family is an immigrant family. They hustled everything to get here. Working in sweatshops, they did it. Seeing their family get murdered during World War II during the Japanese invasion, yep, they survived that shit. My grandma literally grew rice just so that she could come to America to work in a sweatshop. Okay, but you can take that same hustle, that same mentality, and apply it to anything else in life. So for me, I'm taking that same mentality. I'll do whatever it takes to make a business grow. Really want to do business. That's my real dream. So yeah, man, that's the refugee hustle. So it's really about rethinking your. I have it on my website, rethinking your obstacles, hustling creatively, so not staying stuck like with one dogma. Really, kind of like being creative with your hustle. And three, live free together. It's all about giving back once you make it, man. So that's the refugee hustle. Can you explain how online pharmacy works? To be honest, I don't even know how online pharmacy works. I can tell you probably how mail order works and stuff. Dr. E. Suong, Drew Suong. Oh, Drew Suong. I'm sure you talked about this already. I've been busy lately, but are you working as a pharmacist right now? No, not right now, dude. I took a break. I'm actually focusing on my business instead. More and more stores are closing. Jobs are disappearing left and right. They've been talking about a UBI. What are your thoughts? To be honest, I don't really know about too much about UBI. I know the concept because I actually watched Joe Rogan's podcast a lot. UBI is, for y'all that don't know, it's a basic stipend for everyone, and every single month. I think they're still testing it in like places in Europe and stuff. I saw a Vice documentary on it, but I don't know how that would affect everything. But the concept is that it'll give people enough money to eat, but not to get rich, so people can like work on the stuff that they're truly passionate about or start their own businesses and all that. I don't really know. I to be honest, I don't know. Ling Su says, "Hey Kevin, which other pharmacy schools did you apply?" Oh my god, I applied to a lot. I applied to like freaking what's the one in New York? St. John's, I think. I applied to University of Rhode Island, I think. I applied to Rutgers. I applied to Mercer. I applied to obviously MCPHS University. I applied to Northeastern. I applied to like some schools out here. It was like something University of Pacific or something like that. I can't remember, dude. Like I applied to a lot of schools. I did not get into a lot of them. I applied to UConn. So yeah, those were some of the schools that I applied to. So yeah, man. Are you still considering to do a PhD, or are you done with school for good? I am pretty much done with school for good. Maybe like I don't know. I don't even think I would even do an MBA or anything like that. Maybe not now, but just because there's a lot of online opportunities I can learn. I'm self driven. I realize now that school like is not really for me, and like I had to develop a lot of the skills to be good at school, but naturally school is not for me. So yeah, man. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that, but I probably realized it within the last week. What advice do you have for pharmacy school students starting rotations that feel like that they do not know a lot? Um, Ask a lot of questions. If you don't know stuff, start being very specific about what you don't know. And I think like for rotations, I know rotations are very overwhelming for a lot of people, but a good preceptor, um, a good preceptor like I think before you go in, I think it's good to have like expectations of rotations. Like like what are some things that you really want to learn, and communicate that with your preceptor. And tell them how bad you want it, and try to figure out what expectations they have for you, and that should be done all on the first day. A good precept. I always ask my students back in the day, like I was like, hey, what's one thing that you want to take away? What's if there's one thing I could give you, what would mean the most for you out of this rotation? Because I don't want this to be a burn and churn type of thing. Like, dude, you're spending good time at my rotation site. What do you want to learn? And most students are like, whoa, what the hell? So it might, for some people, it might be a job. I want to learn. I want to have a kick-ass resume when I'm done. Or like it might be a project, right? So we might initiate some sort of community project out in community. So it looks better on your like resume or something. And so you have a talking point for your interviews. It's not just speculation, man. Yeah, man. So, man, just be open, ask a lot of questions. Don't be afraid to make like mistakes. I mean, your preceptor's there. You can ask him questions, and as you'll learn more, you'll get better. Just keep on practicing your reps, man. Justin J says about 90 to 95%, maybe even more, feel like they're not ready. Def asks questions, and honestly, you learn more in 1 year rotations than you did your didactic years. Totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. And I would say, like, for me, even during my rotations, I was scared. I remember internal med, I was like, fuck, my clinical skills kind of suck. Like, I just don't know a lot compared to other people, and but you learn more and more, and you learn like about like it's weird. The treatment algorithms start becoming part of you, and you start like integrating it. If you have a good preceptor, like um, ask a lot of questions, man, and that's the only way. Like, be very specific about what you don't know, and keep on asking questions. So eventually you'll get better, guaranteed. Like I remember when I first did my internal med, I was like, fuck, I don't know how to counsel certain things. But then like my preceptor pushed me along, and he actually by the end of 6 weeks I was like, oh shit, it's already the end of 6 weeks, I don't even want to go, I really like this a lot. So um how are you affording your lifestyle without working as a pharmacist? Well, I have savings. Second of all, I never really had a ballin' ass lifestyle. I've always invested, so I put a pause on my investing, obviously. But dude, like my lifestyle is very pretty, not that extravagant. You never in my old videos, you never saw me drive a fancy car. You never saw me do certain things, right? So that's one thing. Hey Kevin, currently a pharmacy student in Canada. I was wondering if you had any colleagues who are international graduates. Any insight how to practice in America? Actually, Rozu, Rozu, has a great video about practicing in America. So watch that. I'll forward you to her for that, because I've never been an international student. I don't really know, but she has a great video. Check it out. I linked it in one of my videos. Can't remember, but yeah. Oh yeah, it's in the networking video. So check my networking video, and I have like a link for that. Um, shit, 6:53. I gotta go soon, guys. Back in the day, people would stay with one company for 30 years then retire. Times have changed. People working on contract slash temp, where people could work for a company for some time and they will let you go. For sure, man. Times are changing. There's no, like, dude, just like Tinder and stuff, we're all about tooting and booting it. Just kidding. But, like, times are really changing. Like, I don't I don't ever see myself. I don't really see like people staying like at jobs like for 30 years anymore. It's just not the case anymore, you know? Just one last college question. Wouldn't having more money allow me to have more opportunities to do more things that I enjoy? I also want to live in a large city and living costs are expensive as fuck. I'll tell you this, it's not only more money, it's more time, more leverage. The more you can leverage your money, the more you can leverage your time, the better. And when I say leverage, what does that mean? It's just like, okay, sure, I want to start a clothing company, right? I want to do some supreme hype beast shit, okay? And so like, um, so yeah, maybe for me, maybe I have the capital, I have the money, but I'm not really good with like designs and shit. So how can I leverage other people's time? Maybe I have a homie. He's like really into hype beast shit. He's really good with designs. He's been wanting to do it. Well, hey, why don't we do a joint venture together? Maybe you can like I can just pay for the upfront, or like and then you can work on the designs for my thing. So that's one way you can leverage time and stuff like that and leverage resources. So leverage is really important. That's something I was not thinking, especially with Refugee Hustle when I first started. Um, do you think THC will ever make it to a pharmacy? Perhaps. I think one of the drugs like for marijuana recently passed for childhood epilepsy. By the way, GW. I can't remember the fucking drug company because my roommate won't stop like shutting up about it. He's like, "Oh, we up. My FDA drug got approved. I just made tons of money." So how much money you make after residency, I don't really know. It really depends, man. So many factors. Is pharmacy contract slash floater position the normal? Also, your thoughts on temp agencies and do they rip off people by stealing their money? I wouldn't say stealing their money, but you're definitely taking a pay cut. There's no benefits for a temp agency, but you can get really cool opportunities out there as well with temp agency like that you normally wouldn't get. So my friend actually got in the hospital because of temp agency too. So it's a it's a trade, it's a trade off. I don't think temp agencies are there to rip you off. They want their cut, obviously, but they're providing you a service, so they're not ripping you off. If you don't like what you're getting paid for, then just refuse the contract. You don't have to take it. You know, you can just apply for like a regular job. But I think if you're trying to get experiences, sometimes it's the best way, man. Would you give injections to patients daily slash weekly? And if weekly, how many? Because I hate giving injections. I only gave like um, immunizations and stuff. So yeah, I used to give it all the time, slanging everything from like subcutaneous Zostavax before the Shingrix came out, and then I used to give like a lot of like Hep A, Hep B, Tdap, the HPV one. There's like so many vaccines I used to give out all the time, and it was pretty crazy, man. What are best schools for pharmacy? USC, baby. I don't really know, to be honest. Off topic, jujitsu question. How long does it take to get good at jujitsu, and why is membership more expensive than other martial arts? Because it's trending. It's hot, man. I love jujitsu. I think it's one of the best, like, I don't want to say best martial art, but I really like it for. It's really good if you want to learn like a long term martial art, and plus like if you can do jujitsu, you can defend yourself against most people because once you get them to the ground, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's like Superman, like, dude, grappling against someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing versus knowing what you're doing, like, it's crazy, man. I would say Uh, I would say like your first year is going to be pretty rough. Maybe 6 months is pretty rough. Did you get into Muay Thai yet? Not yet. I know Matt does MMA. All right, guys, I have to go. I gotta leave, but no Muay Thai yet. I want to do it after I make money on my business. How do you know if a graduate is going to be good after graduation? Man, that's a long question. I think I'm gonna answer this next time, but you don't know actually. You just don't know. You just have to. It's a lot of experience, and you get better with reps. I mean, no one outside, like when you graduate, you're not gonna be great at pharmacy. Anyways, guys, my roommate is calling me. I gotta go. Dinner time. I'll see you guys later. I'm glad to see that this stream was pretty lit today. Very happy about it. And guys, whatever your hustle is, whatever your hustle is, good luck to you guys. I'm always there for you. Feel free to email me. Also, make sure to subscribe. Keep your eyes out for my email this week, mother people. See you guys later. Peace.